Some of them that come out, I'm like, oh, I bet the girl isn't going to be happy about this releasing. Surely there's whoever's posting has to monitor and go.
I was about to say, imagine what it's like to be a photographer in like a nightclub.
Yeah.
Like just in like any like festival, like whatever. How many times would they be getting messages being like, please remove the photo?
Would have to.
Or like if you're hooking, like maybe like a chick's hooking up with like a guy.
And it's
like,
not her boyfriend.
Yeah, sort of, and it's like, you need to remove it. Like, sort of like, there must be like thousands of messages that they get.
It is Morokai with 2 eyes. We're back on every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 7 a.m. on Spotify and 4:30 p.m. on YouTube. Spoilt kids.
Oh, I reckon I was one of them.
Really?
Yeah, to a degree. I could sort of bend my mum's arm a little bit when it came to certain things. I feel like I got I just feel like the classic one would be going to Kmart and or Target. And when I was really into like those WWE figures, like really bad.
Yep.
I used to go there, maybe like have a look fun, like say like The Undertaker or like a John Cena. And I know I'd hold it and just stare at it. And Mum would be like, no, you're not going to. I'd be like, oh, Mum, come on, please. Like, I haven't had one in ages. Like, you haven't bought me anything. And I was like, I'm not getting. And then like, I'd sort of like start getting like the tears on a little bit. And like, but I'd like try to make sure like people were like in the vicinity. So like, my mum would look like the bad person.
Yeah, we've all tried it. Yeah. But I'm shocked that you're about to say it worked.
Not all the time, but like the odd here and there, it definitely did.
Mate.
Yeah, I was pretty lucky. And especially in a supermarket as well. Like, thank you, Mum, by the way, if you're watching. Anytime we would go to the supermarket, I was always allowed either a chocky bar or a packet of chips. Like, if I went grocery shopping. So, you know how you're like, I hate grocery shopping with my parents? I was always like, I love it. Like, I was always throw like, or I'd like get a cereal. Say I've never tried like Milo cereal before. I've never ever had it, but the ad looks awesome. Like, Mum, I love Milo cereal. Can we get it? And my mum would always be like, you've never had it. And I'm like, no, I love it. She'd be like, all right, then I'll get it. There'd be so many products that I would try and be like, that's terrible.
What world did you live in? That
never
happened
I guess
for me.
Yeah, well, no, see, that's what I mean, man. I was
game, sitting in front of a game, just like doing that look of just like, God, I'd really like it. I haven't played a new game since
Which
Christmas.
shocks me too, because you're very good at that persuasion. Like, maybe not to your parent, no, but I'm saying like to me, you'd be like, come on, dude. Like, I haven't had a coffee. And I'll be like, you know what? He hasn't had a coffee in weeks. Like, you just do it. You do it so well, though.
The way you say it, I bet people are like envisioning that me and you have gone to a food court or something. It's like, God, I haven't had like chicken and rice in a while. Like, I'd love something. You're like, oh, get it. You pick what you want. Fat noodles. Oh, do you remember fat noodles?
Wow.
I haven't had fat noodles. Dude, that was like a treat for me.
Holy shit, that's a game changer. I forgot all about that.
Mate, fat noodles were...
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
Holy shit.
That was a little delicacy.
That was very nice.
Love the idea.
Dude, sorry.
Me walking around and me just like desperately looking at we go to Kmart. It's like, oh, what are these slippers, Lee? And you're like, oh, all right, mate. You had a big day at work. I'll give you the slippers.
You ran just quickly. You ran 10K, mate. I feel like you probably could get away with like a few bits and pieces just for finishing that under an hour, mate.
You're going to buy me some stuff? I'd love that.
You'd like be able to get a pack of cards.
You do bring me super noodles all the time.
Well, I try my best, mate. That's not me. That's my mum and dad.
Oh, they're true.
So they look after you.
Yeah.
So they don't look after their own. No, they do.
Mate, you know how you're going, I'd go to the supermarket and then if there was a new cereal, that'd be fantastic.
Yes.
If I'd go to Kmart and there was a WWE figurine, I'd try to twist mum's arm a little. I'd sometimes get that, maybe a 10% chance. Mate, not even a 1% chance. Like, my mum cut the shit, wouldn't. If there was a new cereal, to get even Frosty Flakes, my favourite. Yeah. Why do you think when I go to a supermarket and I get them, I'm so excited? It's because
I have been thinking about that.
Because as a kid, there was a 0% chance I'm getting anything that I want. Yeah,
that's so rough. Yeah. I just cannot imagine that.
Bro, Wheat Bix, cornflakes.
Yeah, just this very staple, like, can we get full cream milk? Low fat or skim, Luke? Don't fuck me around.
Twist my mum's arm for a WWE figurine. Mate, I'd actually have to break my mum's arm and threaten her if I was in Kmart for a toy. I was getting no toys. It's birthdays or Christmases.
Oh, there's so many parents. Like, granted, I would have been one of those kids as well, but there's so many times you be in the toy section and the parents are always like, no, Christmas is soon. It's like July.
Yeah.
It's like, no, Christmas is in 6 months. You can wait until then for Santa. And it's just like, 6 months is a bit of a long time. Like, especially if their birthday's been in January. Like, that's a long way.
Well, the reason I thought about it today is because I know someone who came up to me and I said to them, their kids are playing a new sport, right?
Oh, lovely.
Okay. And with the new sport, I still remember going, whether it be football, maybe tennis, I think as well, but mainly footy, going down to maybe Rebel Sport. And if I was allowed a new pair of boots,
mate,
that's it.
That was it, right? That was there was no better feeling, man.
That for me was next level. And there's no way that I would dare ask for one of the new footies that are there as well, or a jersey. I'd love an Essendon jersey. Yeah. I love Jimmy Hurd.
Hey, that he knows.
Look at me go.
Holy.
Mate, I was just lucky enough to get brand new shoes, and God forbid they be in the triple digits of $100. No. They are under that amount.
Yeah, they're instead of they're amazing leather ones and all that, you have to get the cheapest of the very plasticky ones. They break after maybe halfway through the season. Dead set. You then got them duct tape.
the old duct tape on the footy boots. Fuck, I remember that.
If not that, the electric tape.
Oh, I do remember that. So anyway, we'd go down. For me, that's a massive treat for the week. Talk to this guy. He's like, yeah, went down. Kids are playing baseball now. I'm like, oh fantastic. Wow. I was like, oh, it's not as popular over here, but that's pretty awesome. I was like, so how much you have to drop for him? He's 2 kids. And he goes, oh, actually, it wasn't too much, to be honest. I was like, oh, sweet. How much? He's like, 1,600. And I go, are you fucked in there?
You know what's hilarious? Because I was about to say, I remember more so as an adult playing footy again. Footy's actually not as cheap as what I thought it would be.
You reckon?
Yeah, well, you have to pay for you have to pay for your socks. Your shorts, which are home and away.
Yep.
Then you got your player fees. Then you got another lot of fees. It ends up being quite a bit, especially if you don't land a sponsor for you. So they pay the best part of $500.
Yeah.
If you can't find a sponsor, it's no, you're paying $500.
You're not talking about under 10s, under 12s.
Under 10 and under 12s, I still think it's or actually, unless maybe you're a new player who's never played before, I think you might get your shorts and all that for free.
Yeah.
But if you beat it in the club, I think it's every year you have to pay again. You don't have to, but I would always prefer new socks and shorts.
Oh, everyone does. Yeah.
So
when he said
boots,
that,
mouth guard. Mouth guard.
I looked at him. I'm like, cheap, $1,600, and he goes, "Oh well, look. Of course, we got batting gloves, then a custom mitt, a bat,
custom mitt would hurt,
12 baseballs,
bloody hell,
one of those nets where you can throw and catch it back and everything.
Yeah,
mate,
right.
That was a full-on Christmas gift. There was no stocking stuffers if I was getting that type of.
I like the stocking stuffer.
And he just kept going through all these things the kids needed, and I was like, $1,600.
Yeah, just between the two.
You know how we're talking about how we went to Rebel and we get the footy boots. I'm getting the fucking talk the entire drive home, which was a long drive home. You better not wreck them.
Yeah.
They fit. We're not going back and getting others. We can't return them.
Make sure you only wear them on game day.
It was 80.
Don't wear them to training.
It was $80, mate. You know, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
These kids choosing custom bats and mitts and all this shit. And what's funny about spoiled kids, and look, no, that is spoiled kids. You're getting paid that much. They wouldn't realise it. If you get used to it.
Yeah, you do. Well, it's always expected now.
Because he said, I've got the kids are picking out a custom bat. And he's like, 500, that was too much. I'm like, you've conditioned this kid to where he has no idea that that's too much.
Because think about it. Thinking going forward, if that's how the kid has been just with the sport, what about when they get to their first car, etc.? Their parents, instead of for example, your first car was a Mazda 626, and all that, got you from A to B, happy days, and all that, but it wasn't anything like Flash, more. But then you got someone who gets a fucking Ford Ranger for their first car. It's $60K for their first car, and you're like, bro,
remember
what the hell is going on?
Some 18-year-old girls at our school, classic picture just in front of their brand new Swift. Happy as Larry.
Their parents bought them. Yeah. It's just okay, that's cool. She must be hard. I had to pay for this with my own money. Sort of thing. It's just crazy, man. Some kids really don't know how well they have it.
Yeah. And you can compare it to anything too. Not compare, but there's a different, for example, if I went to relationships, right? If you treated someone with nothing but respect, nothing but love, you gave them gifts, like you really made sure they were cared for, and then you break up, and let's say they go to a fuckboy or a fuckgirl, whatever.
Either or, yep.
And then this person's going out every weekend. They're on their phone. They're kind of sneaky about their phone. They won't let you look at it. They're kind of a bit shady. They don't invite you out. And you're not feeling connected.
Off. Yes.
Yeah. You will notice 20 times more if you've had that really good experience prior.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah. So there's some people that might get in their first relationships. They have no idea it's shit. They have no idea it is horrible. Or they have no idea that it is prime.
Yeah,
they have no idea. Exactly. The relationship they're in is just perfection because they haven't had any other experiences. And I think it's the same with kids. If they're brought up with the most expensive items constantly, then when they get in the real world, it's a bit fucking different.
Oh, it's a slap in the face.
Yeah, exactly.
I would love to, like, you hear that so many times as well with a lot of, like, spoiled kids. How it's always just like, oh, once you're an adult, like, you're going to find out the real world isn't what you think it is. And they're like, no, it's fine. Like, it's all good and all that. And I would just love to know, like, being one of those kids who have been brought up to be able to have whatever they want, whenever they want. When they finally finish school or, like, whatever, they have to step out into that real world. Their parents are like, come on, mate, you need to get a job and all that. Just the realization, like, oh, my fucking God, what has happened? I am so, like, lost, confused. I don't even know where to begin.
Yep.
Like, I can't buy my way into a job.
Yeah.
Like,
well, a lot of them help out with house deposits and cars and things like that. So I feel like it's a bit longer of a transition until they get into the actual workforce itself.
True.
Because they do get a lot of help after the fact. But to be fair, if you're in that position, you probably would try to help your kids as much. But I think someone like Shaq, like even Shaq has a setup.
Shaq is against
unless you get a degree. I think.
I'm pretty sure you're on the right. I'm pretty sure you're on the right track because he's like, I have to make my money the hard way. So do you.
Yeah.
Like it's not down to me. Like, this is my money. I earned this money. You didn't earn the money.
Yeah,
I was like, what a great pair. Like, I know a lot of people would probably give him so much backlash, and like being like, how dare you? Like, as if you're not. But it's like, well, to be fair though, like, he had to do the hard yards himself.
Yeah,
I think that's a great way of parenting. Things shouldn't just be expected.
There's so many people that have their. I find it funny where people judge other people's parenting. And so many people have their faults.
Oh, shit,
no one's perfect. And especially the ones that are just shitty kids. They're just shitty kids. And
usually their kid's name's Noah, by the way.
Oh, that is
Dude,
spot
I'm being
on.
serious. Tell me a Noah that isn't a fuckwit.
Or doesn't go to a Steiner school.
I'm going to be honest.
Go to a Steiner school.
They're all fucking annoying. They are all fucking. I'm sorry. I'm not
Randall,
sorry.
I know they're rare, but I feel like a Randall.
Fucking so annoying. Or a Saul. Like Saul.
Oh, that's true.
Like, they're just fuckwits.
Yep.
I'm calling them out.
Yeah, that is, yep. Yep, 100%. I find leases are really vindictive.
Be careful what you say.
All right, there's some people that fit the name, like Karen.
That
name fits.
Yeah, that is a perfect.
Fits like a glove.
It really does.
Barry is an older dad who loves working on the tools.
Yeah, loves a beer. Like, loves a bloody frothy.
Barry is not a gamer.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's definitely not.
He is not playing Fortnite on the weekends.
He's like beard, like older, like 40s, 50s.
Doesn't understand his phone.
Yeah,
like,
he has no idea.
Tries to, but hates it.
It just comes to work, complains about the missus.
Yep.
Like all the fucking time.
Susan, hairdresser, loves a gossip.
Yeah. Oh, dude, so true. Holy shit. Oh, holy shit.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, man, there's fucking heaps and heaps of people that they fit.
They really do. Like, you look at them and you're like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like when you just like look and you're like, oh, their name might be Matt, and you're like, of course he's Matt.
Do you know what's weird? I'm bringing it back. My girlfriend's gonna have to send it because this was something that when I found out you posted, I wanted to fucking murder you. Yeah. Because I was like, it's weird to think of someone as a different person, and we have video footage of it's like I have autism. I touch the tisms. Like, honest to God.
Touch the tisms. Bro, that in itself could be a segment, mate.
Mike,
this week on Touch the Tisms.
Because I was in bed with my girlfriend and she just starts laughing her ass off. I don't know if it was after the fact, but all I know is she could not stop fucking laughing.
You're welcome.
And it's because you did like a little Instagram reel of showing just before the pods, the entire lounge room is like, getting ready before we go.
Oh, I love
and
that.
For some reason, I'm like shaking my head. And when you cut to me, it's just 2 seconds of me shaking my head. I actually look like there's something wrong with me. And that was the first time where I'm like, that's not me. And I think I messaged you. Or I went on the Instagram and I was like, get it off.
You did.
Wasn't enough to... She saved it though. So every time she sends it to me and I'm just
What would you
sitting
say is worse, that or the picture of you with the horse?
Well, that only gets you that picture.
Yeah, well, it's funny.
I'll put it up now on the YouTube. You love it. You love it because you love the backstory.
Yeah, there's so much. There's so much. Just too. It's
just the death.
Yeah, it's genuinely like, I want to fucking die. Which is funny because everyone has had that moment in a photo, but your one couldn't be more obvious.
I'm so unphotogenic, it's ridiculous. Like I have to put so many filters on to be like confident in a photo, and then the minute I take them off, I look and I'm like, oh. And you know the worst one ever? When that TikTok trend came out where it would show your face inverted.
Oh,
and it's like,
yeah.
This is what people see you as. I did it. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Well, it's like, how funny though is it of just when you might be out at a club and the clubbing photos come back in. Oh, mate, I can't wait to see like the. And some people, we have a specific mate, which I'll try to find the photo of like after this just to show you. If I show you, you'd be like, there's no way that's... Like, he looks like a complete fucking... In that just photo, his face is like... It's like he's like taking a face off someone and put it on his body.
Do you remember I sent you one of those?
Yes.
With that, yeah.
Yes.
But I would hate when we did go out.
There's no fucking way that's you. Like, how have you pulled that face in that moment? Like, what the fuck?
When you're on a bender and the guy's coming around club, like he's coming around with the photo, you're like, fuck it, man, we're connected on social. Let's make this moment a lifetime. Get in the photo. And they would come out and you'd see and you'd go, oh, God.
Yeah.
No. What? Even when they come out for a lot of photos, because there's girls love them, right? Girls they want a great photo pic. Some of them that come out, I'm like, oh, I bet the girl isn't going to be happy about this releasing. Surely there's whoever's posting has to monitor and go.
I was about to say, imagine what it's like to be a photographer in like a nightclub.
Yeah.
Like just in like any like festival, like whatever. How many times would they be getting messages being like, please remove the photo?
Would have to.
Or like if you're hooking, like maybe like a chick's hooking up with like a guy.
And it's
like,
not her boyfriend.
Yeah, sort of, and it's like, you need to remove it. Like, sort of like, there must be like thousands of messages that they get.
That would be... I sent the most beta message I've ever sent, and I think it was like 4 years ago. It was when it was like one of the first seasons of Love Island, and one of the girls on the Instagram stories, they were... she took a photo, like a selfie, like her in a bikini, and behind, one of the girls, like, her boob was out. She was just getting changed normally, and they must have skipped it. So I just sent a message, hey, just like, this girl's boob's out. I feel like she should be like...
Get paid 1K. Save it. I was like, where the fuck's the story gone? The fuck?
I said it.
The content's unavailable.
Yeah. She went on to make OnlyFans and fucking porn videos,
Yeah.
so it's not like she would care anyway.
Nah. That's how she actually got her name out there.
Yeah, it was deliberate.
Yeah, it was a ploy.
Fucking hell.
Fuck. Yeah, there'd be tons, because I even remember going out clubbing myself and being like, fuck yeah. I just felt like that's a good clubbing photo. Gets to the week, you're like, on whether it's a Tuesday, Wednesday, you're like, all right, the photos are going out. The album comes out, and you're like, I haven't seen my photo yet. And you get through, and then you start to realise, like, fuck, I haven't made it. And you're just like, fuck, but I swear it was a really good photo. And then it's like the realisation, like, maybe does the photographer hate me? Or was it really that bad of a photo?
Why is Stephanie in like 17 of these?
Dude, how many
Some
times
chicks
is there?
love doing
And it's just like, fuck, you're in another fucking photo. Like, just fuck off. Like, seriously though,
some screen
it's like
time.
fucking hell.
Oh, bro, yeah, some of them are just.
I used to love posting them onto my Instagram, as in like, look what I'm doing with my life. I'm living at a club every single week for 3 months. What are you doing? Oh, you got a house. That's cool.
Yeah.
You're not out clubbing, are you?
Grow up, mate. Yeah.
Oh, I fucking hate my life. Good times, bud.
Yeah, no, good times, good times. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Morokai Twice. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next one.
Boom.
Boom.